we just want to get into what you do and on an everyday basis, your job, and what's your services, and why to get into. Out of all things that we could got into, you got into cranes, which very interesting job.
Well, I'm actually an arborist by trade. So the last 7-8 years, I've been working in trees as a climber.
Nice.
Mostly. The last couple of years before I bought the crane, I was working as a contract climber, which meant I was working under my own ABN.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I was also doing my own work as well. So basically other tree companies would hire me to come in and do the climbing part, and they'd supply the rest. Why do they do this? I guess because usually contract climbers are good, reliable workers most of the time, and also we've got our own insurances. That's probably the biggest reason why.
So when you say climbers, do you mean literally climb a tree?
Yes. Yeah, climbing trees, cutting them down, pruning them, trimming them up.
But more to that, so
you're wearing harnesses and ropes, it's a qualification for a TAFE that you do and everything.
So more than a tree climber, it's something like you have to know a lot. You have to really be on your game to be an arborist.
it's one of the most dangerous jobs there is.
I was going to say, man.
Yeah, you got to learn a lot about rigging and stuff like that.
But even physics, like with where things swing and
learning forces and physics and. It's all guessing, It's most of the time a lot of the time you put a rope on a branch and you think, yeah, right, I should swing that way. And,
the opposite.
It's an educated guesstimate, eh?
Yeah, it's an educated guess most of the time, but obviously as time goes by, those educated guesses become more accurate.
Yeah, for sure. That's
so getting back to how I ended up in cranes, while I was doing that, I probably had the path of starting a proper tree business, or the other one I really grew fond of was just buying a crane and starting a crane business and servicing the tree industry with it. And that's what I went down. So that's the choice I made. So now I service the tree industry with my crane, and I also service the construction industry with it as well. But I'd say 80% of my business would be tree work, because obviously that's my background and that's where I'm from. And it's a pretty specialised little pocket of work. Like most crane companies in Sydney won't do tree work. They won't touch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they won't touch it. It's the most dangerous form of crane work.
Yeah.
Usually when cranes are on a construction site, they know what they're lifting in terms of weight and where they're going to put it and whatnot.
Okay.
And you're only just lifting off the ground on a construction site, which is safe. In a tree, you're lifting unknown weights from a height.
And unknown balances and stuff like that.
So... There's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
And it's very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. If I wasn't a tree guy, firstly and mostly, I wouldn't want to do a tree job in a crane, knowing what I know now.
Okay.
And especially, I feel like there's more liabilities, like more things that can...
Oh, yeah.